The ruins of Mohenjo Daro. The ancient civilization of Mohenjo Daro dates back to 26B. In fact, it is believed to be the oldest physical evidence of urban planning. The ancient means very old. Civilization of Mohenjo Daro dates back to 26 BC. BC means before Christ. The ancient civilization of Mohenjo Daro dates back to 26 BC. Okay, if we are going to explore it, Mohenjo-daro, so it dates back to 26 BC. This is an ancient civilization. In fact, it is believed to be the oldest physical evidence of urban planning. Urban planning means like design a city, road, buildings in organized way. So urban planning means design a city, road, building in organized way. And it is the oldest physical evidence of urban planning. What? Yes, Mohenjo-daro. From well-planned streets to baked brick structure and a sophisticated drainage system, the layout of the historic settlements prove the occupants of Indus Valley were not only expert planners but were also well versed in complex civil engineering. So this paragraph talks about Mohenjo-daro, and which is the most famous archaeological sites and ruins in Pakistan, and it belongs to the Indus Valley civilization, which existed around 26 BC. BC means before Christ, and making it one of the oldest example of advanced city in human history. So Mohenjo-daro is especially important because why? Just because of its urban planning. And urban planning means design a city, road, building in organized way. So Mohenjo-daro is especially important just because of this reason, just because of urban planning, which includes organized streets, strong building, and it further explain the sophisticated drainage system, big brick structures, and layout of the historical settlement proves the occupants of Indus Valley were not only expert planner but also were well versed in complex engineering. So it is important because of the urban planning, which includes organized streets, buildings, and made of baked bricks and an advanced drainage system. This means the people who lived there, they were very skilled in civil engineering and knew how to build well functioning city. The city was well versed just because of baked brick structures and a sophisticated drainage system. It looked like that the people who made them, they were very expert in civil engineering. Engineering means the work of designing buildings. Like the people were very expert in designing buildings. So Indus, it belonged to the Indus Valley civilization, and they were very expert planners. How we are going to recognize that they were very expert planners? Because we see the sophisticated drainage system, baked brick structure. And what does this word baked brick means? Buildings made from bricks or hardened by heating in a fire. This is called baked brick structure. The buildings are made up of baked brick structures, building made from bricks hardened by heating in a fire, and a sophisticated drainage system and a layout of historical settlement proves the occupants of Indus Valley were not only expert planners. So they were not only expert planner, but they were very advanced in engineering, because the work of design, building, roads and system were and water system and sewerage system were all well planned, well structured. So this paragraph, the ruins of Mohenjo-daro, is the ancient civilization in Pakistan. After being abandoned some 3,000 years ago, Mohenjo-daro remained buried under layers of dust. Layers of dust means covered over time by natural matters and sand for several centuries. So after being abandoned means like it has been abandoned for almost 3,000 years ago. Abandoned means left empty. Mohenjo-daro remained buried under layers of dust means it covered over time by natural matters, and then what happened, several and sand for several centuries. Archaeologists, what they did, people who study people and the buildings, rediscovered, found again it in 1920 in what is now the modern day district of Larkana in Sindh. So archaeologists, who the people who study about the people and the places, the ruins, basically the ruins, what they discovered, they found it again in 1920, that the modern day district of Larkana in Sindh, the opulence means the great weather of the lost city, became quite apparent after historians found valuable gold. So what the historian found over there, they found gold, ivory, and lapis lazuli. Ivory, which is a hard white material from elephant, and lapis lazuli, a deep blue semi-precious stone, and artifacts, objects made in past during excavation. So the historian found gold, ivory, lapis lazuli, and artifacts among other precious metals and stone. This historical site was added to the list of UNESCO World Heritage Sites in 1980. So this historical site was added to the list of UNESCO World Heritage Site because UNESCO has designated 6 sites in Pakistan as World Heritage Sites, and when they added it to the list, yes, they added it in to the list in 1980. So this paragraph is about Mohenjo Daro, and which is the most famous archaeological sites in Pakistan, and the city was well functioning, and it was abandoned how many years? Yes, it was abandoned almost 3000 years ago and stayed under the ground for many years, and it is rediscovered by archaeologists or historians in 1920, and which is now today in Larkana in Sindh, district of Sindh and Pakistan. When they explored the site, what they found? Yes, they found many precious items made from gold, ivory, and lapis lazuli, and we show that the rich and developed city because of its historical importance, and UNESCO has added Mohenjo Daro in the list of the World Heritage Sites in 1980 at the end. And then how to get there? If you are staying at Sakkar, you can make a day trip to Mohenjo Daro. It will take you about 2 hours to reach your destination. So the place you are traveling to, yes, if you want to travel to Mohenjo Daro, how many hours it would take? It would take almost 2 hours to reach your destination. Destination is a place that where you are going to reach.